This presentation shows how I create demographic tables by using such macros and report procedures. Here's the result I showed. The demographic tables I all put into RTF documents. So how can I make these tables? Let's go back to the source code. The code I make includes four parts. The first part is import the data. And write some macros to do analysis and call these macros. And then merge this data set and finally use the report to format the tables. For the data preparation part, let's look at the raw data. Here's some information about the race, the birthday, include the months, the years and day. It's also the subject ID, the treatment group, the height unit, weight unit, ITT variables. We only interested if they are ITP populations. And here's the live data set from this raw data. We are only interested in some variables. Here's the variables we are interested in, include gender, race, height, weight, age, and BMI. We want to know if gender, race, height, weight, age, and BMI contribute some difference in the different treatment groups. And this difference can be shown by p-values. Let's back to the code, and here, and we also want to see that for the gender, for the race, they are categorical variables. Height, weight, age, and BMI are continual variables. So I need to write two different macros to analyze different types of the variables. Here shows how to create the macros for statistics on the categorical variables. For categorical variables, in this macro I use flag to output the descriptive statistics, and they include the number, percentage, and also the p-value is through the plot. It is plot through the plot flag and with option chi-squares. After we get this vector, we have to use the transpose use the plot transpose to get the data into treatment column structures, and also we have do some manipulation on some data set. For example, rounding the values, add the percentage behind the value, convert the type to characters. So the output. So after this macro, the output should be localized this. Here's the treatment column structure. The first column includes name, and the second two is two different treatment groups. The final is the total treatment. The last column is the p-value. Here's another macros for statistics on continuous variables. In these variables, I used prog means to output the statistics. They are number, mean, median, standard deviation, minimum, and maximum. And for the p-value, I used prog n power 1 way to get the p-value. And as the macros for categorical variables, in this macro I also need to do the similar manipulation, use plot transpose to convert the data transpose data into treatment column structure. Here's the example here's the example statistics for the continuous variables. So after transpose, the first column is for the name. There he includes the name has the mean, median, median, standard deviation, mean investment. The other three columns are also the size and percentage, and the final column is p-values. So after we finish these two macros, we have to call these macros in the same sequence as shown in tables. So here's call these macros. After the macros are finished running, we need to merge the outputs into a new dataset. Merge in the dataset, and then also to get the totals for these two different treatment columns. Okay, the final part is output this data into a table. Here, just set up the RTF document, and we also define our own styles for the table. Here's the report to how summarize this data set. So after we run this program, we get the before mentioned result, demographic tables. So finally, through this program, we can easily generate demographic tables as request, and this program can be easily be reused by other tables. And the macro part and the report part can be reused by other tables. That's all for the day. Thank you for your listening. Bye bye.